Let's dive into something that might sound fluffy at first, but stay with me. It's the foundation of all success: faith. And no, I'm not talking about blind optimism, wishing on stars, or hoping your rich uncle leaves you an inheritance. I'm talking about a practical, actionable, mindset-shifting kind of faith. The kind Napoleon Hill breaks down in Chapter 3 of Think and Grow Rich. Hill calls faith the head chemist of the mind. Let that sink in for a second. He's basically saying that your mind is running a chemical lab, and faith is the ingredient that transforms your dreams into reality. So, how does this lab actually work? It starts with the vibrations of your thoughts. Those vibrations, mixed with faith, get processed by your subconscious and sent out into the universe, or infinite intelligence, as Hill puts it. Sounds fancy, right? But let's break it down into plain English. Imagine your subconscious is like a 3D printer. Whatever blueprint you feed it, whether positive or negative, it's going to create. The emotions of faith, love, and yes, even sex, are the fuel that power the printer. Without that emotional charge, your dreams stay in your head, gathering dust. Faith isn't magic, it's muscle. First off, let's clear up a big misconception. Faith isn't something you're born with, and it's not reserved for a chosen few. It's a mental muscle you can build, like doing reps at the gym. If you're out of shape mentally, don't worry. You're not doomed. Hill gives us the roadmap to develop faith where it doesn't already exist. And like any fitness program, it takes effort, consistency, and patience. Here's Hill's formula for building faith: autosuggestion. It's a fancy word for self-talk. What you repeatedly tell yourself with feeling becomes your reality. Think about it. How many times have you convinced yourself you couldn't do something? That's negative autosuggestion. Now flip the script. Start telling yourself you can do it, and your brain will eventually start believing it. Crime, confidence, and conditioning. Hill uses an interesting and slightly controversial example to explain how faith works. Crime. He says that when people are first exposed to crime, they're disgusted. But if they stick around long enough, they get used to it, then embrace it, and finally become it. In other words, repeated exposure changes their beliefs. Now let's apply that to success. Surround yourself with positive, successful influences, books, people, environments, and over time, you'll start absorbing those beliefs. This is why Hill warns us to guard our thoughts like a hawk. Your subconscious doesn't care if the input is good or bad, it just acts on whatever you feed it. If you're constantly thinking, "I'm broke," "I'm unlucky," or "I'll never make it," guess what? Your subconscious will make sure you're right. But if you feed it thoughts like, "I'm capable," "I'm worthy of wealth," and "success is mine," it'll start building that reality for you. Emotionalize your thoughts. Faith doesn't work in a vacuum. Hill emphasizes that thoughts must be mixed with emotion to make them powerful. Think of emotions as the secret ingredient that brings your thoughts to life. But not just any emotions, the positive ones, like love, hope, and faith. These emotions amplify your thoughts, sending a stronger signal to your subconscious. Let's take it up a notch. Hill says that faith, love, and sex are the most powerful emotions, and when combined, they supercharge your thoughts. Now, before you roll your eyes at the mention of sex, think about it. It's one of the most intense human emotions, capable of driving people to do incredible or incredibly stupid things. When you channel that intensity into your goals, you create a kind of rocket fuel for your subconscious. Fake it till you make it. Here's where things get interesting. Hill suggests deceiving your subconscious into believing you've already achieved your goal. Sounds a bit shady, right? But think of it as acting. If you want to be rich, start acting like someone who's already wealthy, not by blowing money you don't have, but by adopting the mindset, habits, and confidence of a successful person. For example, let's say your goal is to earn $100,000 in the next year. Write it down. Visualize it. See yourself holding that check, depositing it into your account, or even spending it on something meaningful. Do this daily, morning and night, with conviction. Over time, your subconscious will start aligning your actions with your vision, opening doors and creating opportunities you didn't see before. Faith isn't a shortcut. Let's get real for a moment. Faith isn't a magic wand that makes all your problems disappear. It's not going to replace hard work, planning, or perseverance. What it does is give you the confidence and resilience to keep going, even when things get tough. It's the belief that success is inevitable, not optional. Hill mentions that millions of people sabotage themselves by clinging to negative beliefs. They think they're doomed to failure or poverty because of bad luck, their upbringing, or circumstances beyond their control. But here's the truth. Bad luck isn't a curse. It's a mindset. Change your beliefs, and you'll change your outcomes. Practice makes permanent. Developing faith takes practice. You won't wake up tomorrow as the most confident, self-assured person on the planet, and that's okay. Start small. Practice gratitude. Celebrate your wins, no matter how tiny. Surround yourself with positivity. And most importantly, keep feeding your mind the right thoughts over and over until faith becomes second nature. Final thoughts. Faith is the bridge between desire and achievement. It's the ingredient that transforms intangible dreams into tangible success. But like any skill, it requires effort, consistency, and time to master. So, what are you waiting for? Start building your faith today. Write down your goals, visualize them daily, and speak them into existence with conviction. Your subconscious is listening, and it's ready to get to work. If this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical wisdom from Think and Grow Rich. Remember, your faith isn't just about believing in something, it's about believing in yourself. Let's make it happen. See you in the next one.